Arowosaiye is standing by to tell us what Nigerians are talking about. Good morning, Ohimai.
Good morning, Sally. Good morning, Chikodinaka.
Good morning.
Yes, and good morning, Nigerians, and welcome to Kakaaki Social. Thank God it's Friday. I am Arowosaiye, your anchor on this segment. An African proverb says, when two elephants fight, it is the grass that gets trampled. Yes, there's severe pain in Ekiti State. Severe pain right now as Governor Kayode has terminated the employment of over 2,000 workers who were employed by the last administration of Governor Ayodele Fayose. Fayose himself has reacted to that development, calling the governor an enemy of the people of Ekiti State. That report was trending yesterday. We'll take a look this morning at how Nigerians are reacting. So our reporters in the report yesterday says Governor Ayo Fayose tags Kayode Fayemi enemy of the people for sacking 2,000 workers. Fayose, reacting to the mass sack, said Fayemi has succeeded in writing his name in the history books of Ekiti State as one who inflicted sorrow on the people. Let's take a look more closely at details of that report. Fayemi had on Wednesday at the State Executive Council meeting sacked over 2,000 workers employed into the state workforce by former Governor Ayodele Fayose after the July 2018 Ekiti governorship election. Fayose, reacting to the mass sack, said Fayemi has succeeded in writing his name in the history books of Ekiti as one who inflicted sorrow on the people. He also branded Fayemi as being against the well-being of Ekiti people. Whoever that applauds this show of wickedness will be reminded in future when actions of Fayemi will also be reviewed, Fayose said. Let's take a look at how Nigerians are reacting to this. It's Adeyemi Oba tweeting said, if you know any civil servant in Ekiti, please check on them. Fayemi has sacked 2,000 workers that Fayose gave jobs. Adeyemi tweeting yesterday, Olu Olofin1 in a tweet said, Fayose started this rubbish of sacking workers employed by previous government in Ekiti. A civilized Kayode Fayemi shouldn't behave like him. The scenario of new government sacking workers employed by previous governments must stop. And the act of massive employment by any outgoing government must stop too. Olofin1 tweeted. BB de la Cruz 01 said, Fayose recruited 2,000 workers. Fayemi has officially sacked all of them today. Fayemi's wickedness is made in hell. And from Larry Olayinka, who is the media aide to the former governor of Ekiti State, Ayo Fayose, tweeted and said, Fayemi's APC government sacked over 2,000 Ekiti indigenes employed last year just because they were employed by Fayose's government. And Nigerians are reacting to that as well. Jeff Phillips tweeting said, you are not even ashamed to say this. Fayose, that couldn't pay civil servants for the better part of his administration, had to employ extra 2,000 Ekiti indigenes for the next governor to pay with a hair from his scrotum. Irresponsible lot. Jeff Phillips one tweeted. Asiwaju Oladimeji, still responding to Larry Olayinka's tweet, said, Fayose stopped Owarubo. Fayose reduced Owo Yatogbale. Fayose reduced pension payments to 10 million naira per month. No gratuity. Yet he was owing 4 to 6 months' salaries while leaving office. And he went ahead to employ 2,000 in September 2018. Sir, be ashamed for once. And then from Ovie Ali, giving accolades to Fayemi, said in 2018, more than 500 staff lost their jobs when Fayose allowed this popular water firm to liquidate. Fayemi has reviewed the company and recalled employees back to work. Fayemi has also earmarked 150 million naira to pay off the pension package owed by the last administration. Visionary from Ovie Ali, we saw that tweet. We move on to this report of Micheal Arowosaiye, a young Nigerian here in the city of Abuja who committed suicide. And according to the report, when we brought this to you yesterday, he was having problems with his accommodation. He was said to be a music worshiper with a lead worshiper with the Redeemed Christian Church of God here in Abuja, and he committed suicide because he slipped into depression after having issues with his accommodation. That was the report. But what exactly really happened? There are new dimensions to that report. There are imagined details coming out all through yesterday in the social media. We'll be taking a look at that. Benny Umorin on Facebook made this post and said, Mike didn't leave suicide note and he didn't die because of financial or rent issue. No church abandoned him because of rent. If you know Pastor Telena of Shepherd House, you will know he takes very good care of his members and pastors the way he takes care of himself. Mike left RCCG 2 years ago to Shepherd House Church, Abuja, where he was a worship leader, but was suspended 2 months ago. His wedding cancelled because of sexual relationship with another girl who leaked his nudes. Hence, he got frustrated because of the embarrassment. His house in Sunnyvale, Abuja, was given to him by the church for free. This narrative that Redeemed abandoned him is a lie. Nobody is defending church, but you people should stop looking for an opportunity, any opportunity to attack the church and men of God. They are not the reason Nigeria is hard. You didn't elect them. Channel your frustrations to Buhari and Fashola that is not giving us light for days and won't even give anytime soon. In another news, next level is not here yet. It is coming in 2 weeks. Prepare for it. Cheers. Namaste, we move from Benue Moren. Linda Ikeji also posted that story yesterday and it generated quite a lot of comments. We'll be taking a look at some of those comments shortly. And this was actually the wedding card of the late Micheal. He was preparing to get wedded on the 26th of April 2019. And according to reports, that wedding was cancelled because of the allegations that he had slept with a girl in the church and he was put on suspension and his wedding was cancelled. Let's take a look at some of the comments on Linda Ikeji blog yesterday. Let's go on very quickly. From Anonymous posting said, "Where are the news that was in circulation? It will be very callous of the church to denigrate the dead just to cover their own shortcomings. If his wedding was cancelled, it might also be down to the financial issues he was facing. Besides, what message does he even listen to in the church? It is not a secret that all most churches do is to collect and collect from people without giving back. When people ask for favors, most times they are told to pray and expect a miracle. The wickedness in the church is getting too much." We'll take a look at more comments now. Ben Bay posting said, "Another story springs forth. First, it was rumored to be due to accommodation issues. And now this. Wouldn't be surprised if by tomorrow, another story is presented." Mona Sapphire posting said, "Again, church suspended him and his wedding was cancelled because he had an affair with another girl while in relationship with another girl. That is even worse. That's enough reason to commit suicide. Why would the church suspend someone because he has sinned? You don't suspend or drive sinners away. Instead, you draw them close to yourself. Remember, Jesus said he didn't come to the righteous, but for the sinners. Ye without sin should cast the first stone. At the end of it all, committing suicide is sin against man and God. The guy lost and the devil gains. Jesus is love." Mona Sapphire posted. Anonymous in another post said, "This allegation sounds more reasonable and believable than the house rent thing. I never believe he committed suicide because of house rent. God help us all. He should have copied those American celebrities by enduring the embarrassment because the news will surely die. Other things will take over people's minds subsequently, or he should have relocated to another state. Suicide is not the answer." And also from another anonymous, Nigerian Pentecostal churches and their judgmental attitude. They have turned to Jesus Christ who died to save him. Let him without sin cast the first stone. Whoever posted this nonsense should realize this guy is somebody's son, brother, uncle, and friend. I am not approving suicide at all, but depression without a very strong support system is the darkest place to be. Please be there for your loved ones. And then from Twitter, we saw this yesterday, the Redeemed Christian Church of God, in this WhatsApp message that is circulating. It was posted by Joey the Sniper, Joseph Upa on Twitter. This is the response of the RCCG regarding the young man who allegedly committed suicide in Abuja. Please be informed and don't be misled to spread falsehood. Let's take a look at the screenshot of that message which was circulating yesterday in a WhatsApp group titled "Ministers and HODs. RCCG Minister Commits Suicide." The attention of the leadership of the RCCG has been drawn to reports of the death of one Micheal, Arowosaiye, said to have committed suicide in Abuja on Tuesday, May 14, 2019. The report, which has been trending on the social media and has also featured in the newspapers, said the man decided to take his own life after going into depression. While the RCCG leadership sympathizes with the family of the deceased, it has become necessary to clarify the misinformation and absolute falsehood in the report. The said Mr. Micheal Arowosaiye was not a minister in the RCCG. He was a singer and a keyboardist in one of our youth parishes in Abuja until 2017 when he left for another ministry. They continued in that statement, his movement to another ministry notwithstanding, Micheal, through his elder brother, who is presently one of the coordinators of the RCCG Youth Choir, continued to get invitation to minister in RCCG programs. He had accommodation problem in 2018, and though he was no longer in the RCCG, a family in the mission gave him the boys' quarters of their house in Sunnyvale Estate in Lokogoma FCT, which was where he lived till the unfortunate suicide incident. It is therefore untrue to refer to him as a minister in the RCCG. It is also misleading and absolutely incorrect to create the impression that RCCG does not care for its members and ministers. The RCCG is in the forefront among organizations with robust welfare package in Nigeria. Pastor Olaiton Olubiyi, head of media relations. From Ionfe of God, we saw this tweet. You all that have been dragging RCCG, here's the full story. Now, what should God do to you? Twist your mouth? People are just looking for opportunities to blame the church for everything wrong with the country. Well, these are the details that have emerged in the social media over the past 24 hours. We really can't tell exactly what happened. The man in question, who is at the center of this whole controversy, is dead and he cannot speak for himself. But God knows exactly what happened. So we move on from that issue to Instagram yesterday, where this report was trending. Residents troop out to scoop fuel as tanker falls at toll gate, Ogidi, Anambra State. Case of living dangerously. Nigerians scooping fuel. Quite dangerous. Let's take a look at this video and the comments that followed.
Very soon it will explode and people will die. Just imagine. They go, huh? Because motor move where they move. Come on, got to go from here before this shit may explode here.
Well, from an eyewitness account, we saw that wives and mothers posting said, Nigerians don't learn. If that tanker should explode now, they will blame government. Covetousness will not kill us in this country. I'm from Stanchibo 8. If things were right in this country and major priorities are not misplaced, you think people will endanger their lives to this high risk? And then from biopumping, government has failed us woefully. I can't believe there was no law enforcement on site. What a ghetto we live in. Okay, now still on Instagram yesterday, you guys recall the lady, Etiosa, the Nigerian actress, who stripped herself naked on Instagram Live and later got an endorsement from a brand. Yesterday, something happened on her Instagram page. She posted something and said, so sad, Jesus fed 5,000. And then one of her followers, Chanel Milk 147, replied her and said, at Etiosa official, but Jesus no naked to feed 5,000. And Etiosa came and said, Osage, you will bury your child. Before the end of this month, your child will die. And the guy replied and said, laugh out loud. Edo Jazz don't they work for Edo boy like me. She came back again and insisted, I need you to screenshot this comment. So when your child dies, you will know it is me. I was on my own. I do not know you and I've never offended you. But you choose to hurt me because for you, this is just social media. Well, social media will turn to real life very soon, starting with the loss of someone in your family. Screenshot this comment. Seriously, what is social media becoming in Nigeria? Somebody is actually telling someone that your child will die because you are offended by something that was posted at you in public, in the public platform like the social media. Your child will die. People can't really control themselves anymore. This is quite unbelievable. If our Lord Apostle said, our word is our creative tool on this physical plane of life. It is how we bring things into being, like a magician wielding his wand. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. No matter what happens, be the one who speaks life. Blessings to all. We saw more outrage yesterday. Blinka Valley posting said, see how fast she went from preaching about Jesus to wishing death upon an innocent poor child. The fact that Nigerians are both religious and ungodly is a paradox. Queen Inem posting said, Bros Osage, get a lawyer, print this screen munch out, then file a court case. In case of any headache, worry your son, she's a fool. Nobody sent her to go naked on live video. Queen Inem posting yesterday, Golden Ada said, do people realize that whatever you say can be held against you? If anything happens to that man's child, sister, you are in deep shit. If you are trolled and pissed, don't make threats you will regret. Golden Ada posting yesterday, Psycho official said, Etiosa, if you don't know the meaning of your mouth will put you for trouble, go and ask Naira Marley. Speaking about Naira Marley, the EFCC has slammed an 11-count charge on Naira Marley. Yesterday, they came out with these details. EFCC slams 11-count charges against Naira Marley. EFCC has slammed Aziz Fashola, a.k.a. Naira Marley, with 11 charges bordering on fraud for alleged credit card fraud. According to the anti-graft agency, some of the credit cards bore the names Nicole Louis Malion and Timia Fredon Tata. The charges, with suit number FHCL/1780C/19, were filed today before a Lagos State High Court. This was a report yesterday on Instablog. And Naira Marley, just a week ago, released the video for his new song, Am I a Yahoo Boy? And there's been chatter in the social media that could this have also added fire to the controversy surrounding the comments that he made, that Yahoo boys are the ones who are making the Nigerian economy turning around on his own. Okay, let's go on and take a look at that video that was posted about a week ago on YouTube. This was the official video. Let's take a look at snippets from that video where Naira Marley was actually singing and saying, am I a Yahoo boy? Let's take a look.
Am I a Yahoo boy?
Okay, Naira Marley saying that the only SARS I know is SARS on the beat. So SARS has no business with me. Am I a Yahoo boy? And from Twitter user, Rome is me. Naira Marley sang Is a Go. Song was a World Cup banger. A Nigerian World Cup theme song. Man thought he had the power to legalize internet cybercrime fraud. But the EFCC is like, no, you can't do that. Like, just for a lot of people who might be watching who don't know who Naira Marley is, you might know this song. It's a go, it's a go, it's a go. He's the one who sang this song. Let's take a look at snippets from that video very quickly.
This is a go. Malosun, this is a go. How much you want better? This is a go. Bado pass the ball, this is a go. Away match is a go. Refitika is a go. Forward, Bewale is a go. So what if it's penalty is a go, go. Ibo Pekam is a go. Cash House is a go. YBNA is a go. Nigeria is a go. Oka Demons is a go. Imaka is a go. Besenujia is a go. Pa enemy Toba Bay is a go. Kiri Up is a go. Shaku Shaku is a go. Loju Titi is a go. Paronue is a go.
Okay, so that was Naira Marley promoting Nigeria in a song that was very popular. That was a song that launched him into the limelight. So what happened? What really happened? People from the village, what happened? Thank God Ukachuku posting said, why is he still in detention? Isn't EFCC done with investigation? Are his alleged crimes not bailable? That is quite an interesting point. He's been in EFCC detention for almost over a week now. And this question is arising. Is his offense not bailable? So EFCC, please, you might be charging him to court, but I think it's a bailable offense. He deserves to be bailed at least. I don't know. Maybe the lawyers know better. KC Nigeria tweeting yesterday. And Okon Lagos, the Nigerian comedian and actor, who said that what happened to the women who were arrested in a nightclub in Abuja for alleged prostitution wasn't rape, it was theft. He is insisting. He is remaining adamant. He's saying, I stand by what I said. I stand by my statement. It is theft. He posted this yesterday on his Instagram page. Let's take a look at this video again, once again. Let's take a look.
Well, it's very unfortunate the way people think, and it's very funny. Well, the terrible truth about the truth is that when you stand for the truth, you always stand alone. You see, I've never ever justified rape. No, why? Why should I? I've never justified rape. Rape is rape. But there's a little bit of theft in rape. Now, for a commercial sex worker, he or she sells sex. And now what's rape? Rape is sexual intercourse without consent. If you take without consent what does not belong to you and it's another person's, that is theft. And if you go for someone who sells sex and you go to take by force or by tricks what she sells, you have committed rape as much as you have committed theft. And if you're armed, that is armed robbery. That is even a more heinous crime as far as I'm concerned in the eye of the society. If they catch a rapist in the society, mostly they are going to strip him naked and then beat him and then march him down to the police station. But if they catch a thief, you're likely going to be burnt. Even in the face of fuel scarcity, there will be fuel. And then they will burn you with tires on your neck. So I actually made more grave and more heinous, a crime, and then everybody goes. In fact, I stand by what I stand. You know, like that, vamoose.
Did you see that? Anyway, from therapeutic, it is true that commercial sex workers transact business with their bodies. But Okon Lagos, in his despicable logic, failed to understand that it is first their bodies before a tool for transacting consensual sex. You don't joke about rape. It leaves people scarred for life. Therapeutic tweeted that yesterday. And have you committed suicide before? This is not supposed to be a funny question with funny answers. But take a look at this video. Very, very hilarious answers to this video. Let's take a look very quickly.
To school.
They've gone to school today. They went to school today. Committed suicide.
Chai!
Have you committed suicide before?
Yes.
Jesus! How many times do you commit suicide?
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
3 times a day.
Do you like suicide?
Yes.
What is suicide in the first place?
A man and a woman do sex to feel. Hey! Yeah, that's the suicide.
Have you committed suicide before?
Yes.
I am in pain.
So what is suicide?
By having sex with a lady or...
Hey!
So how How many times have you committed suicide?
Once.
So in a month, how many times do you commit suicide?
2.
Is suicide a good thing?
In normal life, you know, it's good.
Pardon?
It's good.
God forbid.
But if you haven't married and you commit suicide, it's not good.
Will you tell this man to shut his gutter?
Have you committed suicide before?
Yes.
What is suicide?
Suicide, having sex with somebody.
Hey.
And what do you have to say about suicide?
Before you become a suicide somebody. No. What? Before you become a suicide somebody. No.
Jesus Christ!
You have to, be a married somebody.
I'm laughing like
Suicide are for only married couple.
For only married couple.
Oh my God, see the way I'm rolling with laughter here. Okay, very quickly. Ride the Taxi Transport Service has launched in the Southeast, so you can contact them on 08065026635. They are now in Aba, Oka, Ebonyi, Enugu, Onitsha, Owerri, Port Harcourt, and Umuahia. Ride Interglobal has launched in the Southeast, so if you're a taxi driver, you can sign up to this service. And if you're in the Southeast, you're worried about transportation, be rest assured that Ride is now here. Okay, we're going very quickly, and this is the time where we take a look at who is the Kakaaki social media person of the week. And he's the one we know popularly on Twitter as Ogbeni Dikpo. Let's take a look at this video profile very quickly. Okay, Ogbeni Dikpo, our Kakaaki social media person of the week. You can nominate anybody you think is doing great stuff in the social media or outside the social media for the Kakaaki social media person of the week. And that's our package for the week. Thank God it's Friday. We'll return on Monday next week at 8 a.m. on Kakaaki Social. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Please also subscribe to our YouTube channel and also our newly launched WhatsApp channel. The number is 0816-715. Okay, they took that off. Okay. 0816-715-2251. That is the number for our WhatsApp channel. And please, as you go into the weekend, please remember, suicide is not an option. And for young guys out there, Yahoo is not an option. Stay away from bad behavior. Handing over back now to Sally and Chikodinaka.
And making flippant statements on the social media is it an option? Ask Naira Marley. Have a beautiful weekend.
Thank you so much, Sally.